2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee vs midsize crossovers. In a world full of SUVs and crossovers all competing for similar buyers in similar segments, there are still some models that find their own little niches that lack such fevered fighting. The Jeep Grand Cherokee is one of those vehicles. It's an oddball in the sense that it's mid-size crossover SUV with a unibody chassis and independent suspension, but it still uses rear-wheel drive and four-wheel drive systems and has some off-road capability. It's also a mid-size crossover, but only offers 2 rows of seats. Despite the Grand Cherokee's odd nature, we did come up with a few crossovers in the classic SUV that seem to match the Jeep in size and pricing. We looked at the numbers to compare them on paper. You can find raw data in the chart below and deeper analysis after that. As always, this is just a comparison of specifications and you'll want to check out our driving impressions of each car if you're getting serious about one or all of these vehicles. And if you want to compare any of these against other vehicles, be sure to check out our comparison tool. Engines and drivetrains. When comparing base engines, the Jeep Grand Cherokee's 295 horsepower is the clear power winner, beating the next most powerful 4Runner by 25. But in torque, the 4Runner takes the laurels with 278 pound-feet, narrowly edging out the edges, no pun intended. Turbocharged 2.0-liter 4-cylinders 275. That 4-cylinder in the Edge will also be picking up another 5 horsepower for 2019, but it still won't win this power contest. Both Ford and Jeep also have another advantage in the fact that you don't have to settle for the base powertrain. Ford has 2 other engine options, a naturally aspirated V6 and a twin-turbocharged V6, the latter of which outguns the Grand Cherokee's gasoline V6 in both power and torque. That engine will also be bumped up to an impressive 335 horsepower and 385 pound-feet of torque. Exterior and interior dimensions. All 4 of these crossover SUVs are similarly sized. The 4Runner and Murano are the longest by a small margin, and the Grand Cherokee and 4Runner are the tallest by a similarly small margin. Though the Ford and Jeep are the widest, we should note that their listed widths include the mirrors. Neither the Toyota nor the Nissan specified whether the width excluded mirrors, but the discrepancy leads us to believe the mirrors weren't included. Basically, all of these are very close in size. That is except for when weight and ground clearance is considered. The Edge and Murano are the lightweights of this group, weighing in around 4,000 pounds. The Grand Cherokee and 4Runner are pretty massive, with each starting around 4,500 pounds. The 4Runner tops out around 4,800 pounds, but the Grand Cherokee can balloon to nearly 5,500 pounds. The 4Runner also has the best standard ground clearance, but the Grand Cherokee with air suspension can snag an extra inch over the Toyota as needed.